Hey, we're back. How about that? Obviously, Johnny leaving actually does give us a silent time zone or a silent timer before. Oh boy, this is gonna be a hoot of a game. Um, anyway, I don't even know where we left off. I honestly don't know. 17 minutes in, I don't time myself that well. So, um, yeah, let me just find out here. Let me just throw a new link in there. Gotta bring everybody back in. Bring the families back together. Let's see if I can find where the live stream is at. Go back to the subscriptions. Beep. Of course, I can't watch my own stuff. Why would I be able to watch my own stuff? Right? Why would I be able to watch just this live stuff that's going on right now? I keep forgetting that all this is happening. I still have it muted though. Thank God I still have it muted. That way I'm not hearing myself and then hearing myself and then it goes back and forth and back and forth. I don't even know if this is promoted yet. So we'll see what happens. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to go from here. Don't even know where to go from here. There's Johnny P. He's back here. I can hear you, but only through the computer mic.
That's what I was just trying to figure out.
Hey, there he is. We got it.
All right. Well, this is high. And I also can't hear myself. That's awesome.
That's not good.
All right, I got it now. I'm back.
Welcome.
That needs to go down. The camera needs to be changed. I still have a happy birthday balloon from my birthday in July.
Nothing wrong with that.
Better?
Yeah, there we go. We can hear you. You're not
glitching. What a clusterfuck.
It's funny because I don't even know where the hell I left off. It's fine. We can just start the whole thing over again, which I will do.
I don't have music.
That's fine.
I can play the music really close to the microphone, though.
It's all right. We'll be okay. How was your week, Johnny? Aside from this garbage.
Alexa, Echo, are you talking to me?
I am talking to you, but you can always tell me to stop.
Okay, my Amazon Alexa thingy jobber wants to talk to me right now. Great timing. Not bad. The week wasn't terrible. I have a beer. Misfit Red. Because the Caps are playing again tonight. So I had a bunch of people over my house this weekend. It was Mark needs to get out of the house day.
There you go.
We came over, watched football. Scott Planiak destroyed a blind in my house, so I had to put up new blinds.
That sounds about right.
I mean, and technically it wasn't really his fault. He just wanted more light in the house.
And
in adding more light to the house, a string broke and the whole thing fell to the ground.
Jesus Christ.
So that's going on. I got a new. I was gonna. The thing that sucks is that I had the banner all raised. I was getting ready to raise the banner in the basement. Get it set up. I got my Ovi.
No, nice.
It says that the Capitals are Stanley Cup champions still. He's got a Stanley Cup. He's got a bobblehead. He's gonna go next to the Ovi with all the trophies, I think. I'll take a picture of it later. It's nice though. It has these little things on the bottom
that keep it like pads.
Yeah, little pads that keep it from like sliding around. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
fantastic. He's missing a tooth.
Wow. As I showed in the first one, the banners in which Johnny was talking about are these ones here. These magnificent replica banners. Literally the same banner that's hanging up in Verizon Center is the banner that they gave out to the attending, which they didn't give out until the end of the game. Which
was that the like, hey, we have a surprise for people, but everybody already knows what it is thing?
I no, because everyone knew, like, from the it was billed as Geico Banner Night, and then apparently Elliot from Elliot in the Morning said there was this big surprise. I don't know what the hell that was.
Did he just like whip it out?
That'd be great.
Was
If
it
you
a big surprise?
just whip it out and say, "Ladies,
I mean, at least a
here it is."
mediocrely sized surprise.
Right? It's a shower, not a grower. Wait, no, it's the other way around. Shit. Anyway, so that's good. Yeah. So I was
Just
saying,
taking pictures of Ovi
nice.
so I can send them to my Penguins fan cousin.
There you go. I was saying in the beginning of the show that I'd had a hockey weekend, but I also had a freaking work weekend too. So that kind of stifled a lot of things.
So you had multiple weekends this weekend.
Multiple weekends. I had UND hockey started up, and then I had to work my overnight weekends, and then all kinds of fun, crazy crap. So, got some more Oyos on the way. You know,
Nice.
life, man.
Like, what type of are you gonna hold them for next year or for next week?
I can tell
Not
that.
next year. That would take a really long time to ship to you.
That'd be cray. I gotta check. Let me check because I can tell you. I got some discount at once. Ovs.
I have a feeling I'm sitting on the wrong chair, and that's the reason that the camera looks extremely weird right now.
Perhaps. I got.
Sorry, I forgot to tell people. I got a new blender. Not that blender. It's on this side, off camera. Somebody at work decided that they had 3 blenders, and they were like, "Here, do you want a blender?" Obviously, I look like the guy that needs a blender, so I took it.
Now you're the guy with 2 blenders.
Now I have 2 blenders. One's white and one's black. Don't know what that means. Assuming, I mean,
Great.
going by the use of the Dell boxes, I'm sure that this one's faster.
Racial harmony. That's what it is. Racial harmony. Oh yeah. So the yo-yo. So I got some discount. I got Calgary Flames Troy Brower.
Oh, that's nice.
Got a Montreal Canadian Max Pacioretty. Got a Chicago Blackhawks Marian Hossa. Skin condition not included, I don't think.
Oh. Is he allowed to wear his pads?
I think he can, but only slightly. You have to take the gloves off every now and again.
That's smart.
Arteri Panarin Winter Classic jersey, special edition. So it's just the same Blackhawks jersey, but a different kind of Indian head.
Does he own Factory to Make Bread?
He does. Throwing Checkaruna into Volta River. Got a Cap Zamboni.
Nice.
I got a NHL birthday party bundle 4-pack.
It's actually quite amazing how much faster this laptop is with a random box that keeps track of everything.
Right? Pretty amazing. So this birthday party pack is they got a 4-pack, and I think they have like a 12-pack. It just comes with random team specified Oyos. So who knows what'll be, and the coloring pages. So it's for the birthday I always wanted. And then because I spent the amount, I get a skeleton Oyo for free.
What? Hold on.
A skeleton Oyo.
Is it like a Halloween Oyo? Like
Yeah.
a free Halloween Oyo?
Yeah. Skeleoyo.
Oyo?
Oyo.
He used to play for the Italian national team, if I remember correctly.
Perfect. So yeah, those are on the way.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a weekend. And then yeah. Then injuries, Johnny. There was a lot of injuries this week. Tons of injuries. And we'll start with again for the first time. James Van Riemsdyk, 5 to 6 weeks. He's got a lower body injury.
Oh,
that's not
it's almost like he's never come back to Philly. I mean,
right? It's like he left and then never came back.
But
he actually did come back, but he didn't. It's weird. Brandon Dubinsky's got a strained oblique. He is out 4 to 6 weeks. Joey Thornton's got a knee infection. He's week to week, but that's just an infection, so there's no structural damage. Thank God for that. Travis Hamonic was sticking up for a teammate and got punched in the face. He's got a facial fracture. He's week to week. Paul Stastny. Peter Stastny's retired, and I think is still, I don't know, congressman in Czech Republic. I don't know.
He might be the president, right?
Probably. I don't know. I don't stay up to date with Czech politics as much as I should.
Like Kane? Isn't Kane a mayor now?
Kane's the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Amazing.
That's fantastic. And yeah, Paul Stastny, lower body injury. He's day to day. Again, aren't we all? Goalies though. Goalies injuries. Roberto Luongo, MCL 2 to 4 weeks.
That one looked bad.
Didn't look great. The fact they got out with just a strained MCL, tremendous. Pretty damn tremendous.
Well, I mean, and it also shows the smartness of, hey, let's sign James Reimer for a long-term deal, just in case.
Just in case this old man breaks down. And he did, and they are. And look at it. John Quick, he is down and out. He's got a lower body injury. He's on the IR, so that means at least 10 days. And Matt Murray, concussion. He is day-to-day, but aren't we all? Out indefinitely. And yeah, a lot of people are saying it's because they're not gonna look externally for goaltending. They're gonna stick with what they got. It's not great.
What do they have?
Not much.
Because I remember they had a guy that came up last year during concussions, and he was junk. What was he? Casey DeSmith?
Casey DeSmith is their backup.
I don't even know what that is.
I know that Tyson. Something called a Tyson. Tristan Jerry is up there.
I bet you he wants you to fix their computer.
Yeah, probably. That'd be amazing.
I'm surprised. This balloon, literally July 22nd, still up.
By the way, this day in 1970, Brooks Robinson's great play at third against the Reds.
Nice.
Game 1.
Speaking of Orioles third baseman, Manny Machado has had himself a series.
Yeah.
2 home runs that I saw.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I watched 2 baseball games this week, I believe, and Manny Machado was playing in both of them, and he hit home runs in both of them. It's amazing.
He's good. At least one former Oriole will be in the World Series, either Manny Machado or Jonathan Scope. So that's good. It's a lasting legacy. Johnny, the talk about goaltending brings us to our Patreon pick. Patreon.com/FaceOffHockeyShow. You'll be like Matthew, Damon, Mark, Trista, Jeff, Kevin, Ethan, Chris, Mitch, Brian, Angela, and Sean. Donate to us, and maybe we can get Johnny a new computer. Who knows? Throw that money in there.
The computer was working fine last week. I have no idea what's going on.
It's kind of weird. That's weird how computers suck. Too many day-to-day nuances and old
the computer's day-to-day.
Aren't we all, though? Johnny, aren't we all? You could be like them. Just go to the lovely Patreon page. I'm trying to find out the freaking link. I run too many accounts, is what's happening in my life. Yeah. Okay. So, I can undo a retweet now. What the hell is this? Amazing. It's amazing. The world's amazing. You can undo emails that you send from Gmail now. It's fantastic.
You can?
Yeah. You got 10 seconds after you send it to hit undo.
10 seconds? That's not even enough.
Right? Anyway. So this week's topic is going to be the key of depth in goaltending. And Johnny, you couldn't have been more perfect with the depth of the Penguins goaltending as it's not so good, boss. It's not that great. Casey DeSmith, Tristan Jerry is out there. I think. Let me see. I found the Bible of hockey somewhere in here. Somewhere out there. Actually, it's just the hockey news with their bad things. Bad man. All right, so goaltending. It's Matt Murray, then Casey DeSmith, then Tristan Jerry, then John Muse, then Alex Diorio.
What?
Yep, Alex Diorio. So Casey Smith is going to be the starting goaltender. Don't you dare miss it.
All right. Well, I mean, it's early. It's like so the Caps don't have Tom Wilson for 20 games, and the Penguins won't have Matt Murray for 20 games. I mean, it's like the same thing at this point, really.
Kind of. They bring the same added value almost.
It's just an early season suspension for Matt Murray.
Right, exactly.
It is concerning that he's like, 24 years old, and I think this is the third or fourth concussion that he's had.
Yeah.
That's not
great.
good for the career.
No, that's not good for anybody.
Especially in the position of goalkeeper, where, they shoot pucks at your head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very concerning. You're absolutely right. He's also had other injuries before with his leg and shoulder and all kinds of crap. So there's that to worry about too. But I mean, the depth in goaltending for the Penguins, not that great.
Well, they had put a lot of money in. I guess they had put a lot of stock in the Marc-Andre Fleury.
Sure.
Pile, and he did well for the Penguins. I mean, he won a couple cups.
Okay.
2 or 3 cups.
This just in. Tristan Jarry is also injured with a lower body injury.
Wow.
He was reassigned to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins with an injured non-roster designation. So
Casey DeSmith and whatever the hell this other thing was.
Yeah, if Murray's status hasn't been determined for Pittsburgh for Thursday, Constantine
Can
Vegas,
Iceberg play in that?
That would be great if they could. So they're saying that they outwardly said that Matt Murray has a concussion, which I think automatically is 10 days, or at least 7 to 10 days. They already said Pittsburgh says it's not determined whether he's going to be playing or not.
I'm confused.
If you got a concussion and this kid is 20 some years, mid-20s, not even to his prime yet, he's 24 years old. Are you really going to screw around with a concussion? When you have
By the
cases?
way, if anybody expects to talk to us on the live chat, it's not up. If you want to talk to us, send us something on Twitter.
Yeah. I have the live chat up, but it's not. I'm not paying attention to it.
All right.
I'll outwardly say that now. Send us on Twitter at FOHS Radio.
I have my phone. I can look at Twitter.
Nice. So you're gonna risk Matt Murray concussion wise just because you don't have anything better because Tristan Jarry's there, and beyond that,
Well, okay. So I'm gonna say it the nicest way I possibly can because it's the Penguin.
Sure.
I don't give a shit about the organization. Not gonna lie. I don't care if they screw this kid's career up. I do care if they screw Matt Murray's career up, though.
Yes.
Because that seems like, I feel like there are legal ramifications in today's day and age for somebody to come out and say, hey, this guy has a concussion, but oh, hey, by the way, we're going to let them play.
Right.
I feel like that is a bigger issue right now than, oh, the Penguins goaltending is going to be shit for 2 weeks.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, and I'm totally on board with that because it's one of those situations where, you know, he's going to have a future. If it's not with the Penguins, it's going to be so in somebody else. But if they screw him up early, no one can have him. Maybe that's the way they're doing it. Well, if we can't have him, no one can.
Yeah, but I don't know. We're in an extremely litigation-heavy society at this point that I feel like he actually has an extremely good case against the Penguins if they're like, hey, we're going to need you to play right now, even though everybody knows that you're diagnosed with a concussion.
Yeah. It's there in black and white. So, for the Panthers, after Reimer, they have Michael Hutchinson of InXS.
That's not bad.
Not terrible. And then they have Samuel Montembleu.
That was, well. Huh.
Sorry, Montembleu.
Oh, that's way different. La Fontaine Bleu? That's down the street.
Yeah, Monty M. Blue LT. Montembleu.
Does he play on the European Golf Tour?
No, he's Quebec.
Same thing.
Quebecian, yeah. It is the Europe of Canada. So their goaltending's not deep. They're not depth. They're not depth.
Yeah, but they were at least smart about this. They at least went
Sure.
out and signed a second starting goalie. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Reimer's still a good starting goalie in this league. And Hutchinson really isn't that bad. He was pretty good, like, 2 years ago as a backup? So I'm going to say that him being the backup isn't really terrible either.
No, you're not wrong. I think Florida's a good. I mean, LA looks good too. I mean, they got Peter Budaj, who's that back there. Jack Campbell, who has kind of revitalized his career a little bit. And then it goes down to Cal Peterson from formerly of the Flyers. So I mean, he's like they got stuff. LA. I mean, that's why you sign a veteran in the AHL for this kind of gimmick right here, for when Ish goes down.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
But I mean, you look at the Caps. Let's take a look at the Caps here, and the Caps have Holtby. Then it gets dicey. Then I don't trust Phoenix Copley.
I don't either, but I still feel like the Caps' best two goalies aren't even in the NHL.
Yes. At least one of them. I fully believe that Samsonov is the guy.
Yeah, I feel like Samsonov is better than Copley. Copley is our goaltending version of Chris Bork.
I think Vitek Vanacek is better than Phoenix Copley. In all honesty,
where is Vitek Vanacek? Is he the backup in Hershey right now?
Yeah, I think they're doing a 1A 1B situation.
Because he did a fantastic job when he was playing for South Carolina.
Yeah, last year was a little rough for him going to the AHL. Didn't really.
But he's been in the United States for what, like 3 or 4 years now, right?
2-3 years, because he jumped in
2 or 3 years. All right,
yeah,
so he's still
quick.
And this is Samsonov's first year.
Yes,
truly. He came over late last season, right?
He came over in April after the KHL season was done.
Yeah.
Let me see. What is Vitek Vanacek? What is he?
I also sliced my finger this week for some reason.
What are you doing?
I decided that an Orioles Band-Aid would be the way to go because they stopped a lot of bleeding this year.
Ooh, no, they actually did the opposite thing.
Oh,
not great.
Damn it.
So Vanacek's been in the U.S. since 2015-16, so going on 4th season now.
All right.
Yeah, last
year, 4th season.
Yeah, last year not so great. He played 32 games, had a goals against average of 3.04, .888 in the second full season in Hershey. Rookie season in Hershey, 39 games, 254 goals against, 909 save percentage.
All right.
But when he was in South Carolina, 203 goals against, 917 save percentage.
And he won a ECHL championship down there too, I believe.
Did they win in 2016? They might have.
I mean, I don't know if he was the starting goalie, but I'm pretty certain that they won within the past couple of years.
No, that was during Allen's run of like 4 championships. They beat the Wheeling Jerry Nailers. Let me see. South Carolina was runner-up in 2015.
Maybe my life is all just condensing into like 2-year period of time.
They were runner-up in 2015, 2017, and they didn't make it last year. When was the last time South Carolina won?
Maybe I just thought that they won when they went to the final.
Possibly. They've won in 97, 2001, 2009.
Okay, I definitely thought they won when they went to the final.
It's okay. So far, looking at the goaltenders, Vitek Vanacek, 1 game played, 2.04 goals against, 20 saves in 1 game played. Ilya Samsonov, 1 game played, 3.05 goals against, 90 save percentage. So obviously a very, very small sample size for young Samsonov. But early on in the season, we can't take it. Can't. for things. But yeah, I mean, having a deep goaltending, it's good. I mean, hell, look at the Caps. Braden Holtby was the third guy, and he becomes like the starter. I mean, you run through your squad, and then you find this kid just hanging out in Hershey, just like everyone else kind of seems to be doing before they get up to the Caps.
Being neurotic.
Yeah. Being the start of neuroticism. I don't even know if that's a word. Anyway. There's that. Depth in goaltending. Gotta have it.
I like depth in goaltending. I liked seeing Samsonov in the preseason.
Sure.
He'll be good, I think. I still think that he'll be the backup in Washington at some point this season. And I would almost go as far as saying that Samsonov will probably start a game in Washington at some point this season.
Yeah, garbage time of the season. Why not?
Or somebody gets hurt for a little bit or something.
Sure.
I think the Capitals have had a really good run over the past couple years of not having any like decently long injuries. Like they've had injuries to some key players, especially in the playoffs last year. But like Backstrom missed like 2 games or 3 games, right, in that Pittsburgh series. Kuznetsov got hurt and missed 2 periods.
Yeah.
So I feel like they've gotten off pretty well without having like a 2-month injury in a while. So
that makes sense. Yeah, I think it we'll see. God, I hope it's not now. If they just go ahead and get doused by injuries, but see how it goes. But yeah, they've lucked out goaltending wise. They lucked out injury wise. So here's hoping they can keep it going. As you mentioned, Tom Wilson, 20 games, going to appeal the suspension, but going to sit out just in case. In the first part of the show, I mentioned that a lot of the Caps after Wednesday's game, were saying it was garbage, saying the suspension was garbage. It's just being suspended for being Tom Wilson. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, you don't make that kind of that's a iffy hit to begin with. And if you're Tom Wilson, it's just going to draw more attention to it because you're Tom Wilson. He has a reputation. Not a Taylor Swift album, but he has a reputation. Might have the Taylor Swift album. I'm not sure. What do you think of the 20 games? Just right for Tom Wilson, who has been called to the carpet 4 times now in the past year?
So the conversation, I had this conversation last week around game 1 of the season. I think I just changed where they're gonna have to fix that camera again. And the way that I said it was 5 years ago, no one gave a shit about that hit. No one cared. It was a hockey play. Somebody was watching their pass go to the corner, and they had their head down, and somebody came across, and they ran into each other. It's the way it is. Now, in today's day and age, that no longer occurs. That's not able to be done. And I said, if they had just run into each other, I'm guaranteeing you that it wouldn't have been 20 games. But you can actually see Tom Wilson like prepare to hit him, even if it's a reaction, and hit the guy in the head. So, yeah. I whatever, do what you need to do. And it sucks that it's Tom Wilson, and it sucks that he didn't really get to be a part of like the opening night or that kind of thing and whatnot. But whatever. If that's what it's going to take, and at some point the players in the NHL are going to need to figure out that they need to respect each other again, because that's completely lost in the game. And it was never like that in the 90s, in the 80s. I mean, in the 80s, all hell broke loose. And the reason was because if you went after somebody like that and you made a hit like that, you got your clock cleaned.
Yeah.
There was retribution, and quickly for it. I don't know. I hope that it acts as a message. I know that Ovechkin, when he got suspended, I have no idea when it was now, 3 years ago or so, for hitting Brian Campbell behind the goal. He got
wow,
suspended six games, I think,
games,
for
yeah.
that. He kind of changed the way he played a little bit in the beginning, and now is kind of like not making those runs at people, but is still hitting correctly.
Mhm.
Maybe that changes Tom Wilson. Maybe they can teach him. Hey, so Tom, yeah, a little heart to heart, real quick. You're bigger than a lot of people. Just throwing that out there. Do you realize that? Okay, you do realize that. Cool. When you hit somebody in the shoulder, you're hitting them in the head. You need to stop.
Yeah.
Like, figure out how to hit somebody differently so that you're not taking your shoulder pad and driving it into the side of their head. I actually don't think that this is going to be the last time that Tom Wilson gets suspended this season.
Nope. I fully expect him to get suspended again. By the by, Ovechkin suspended 3 games. Got suspended 2 games for knee-on-knee hit with Tim Gleason. 2 games for boarding Brian Campbell. 3 games for charging Zebedon Mahalik.
Oh, that's weird. I thought that he got more for the Campbell thing.
I thought he did too.
The camera looks way better now, but you can see all this down here. Like, I have a flowering. Why the heck do I have a watering can?
I don't know.
What do I water?
Yeah, you don't have flowers. Anyway. Jeremy Jacobs said Houston is the biggest missing piece in the NHL.
Oh, wow. Apparently he's never been to Houston.
I think he means money-wise, but you're right. And I said, Seattle's there. I mean, Houston and Quebec City are the next 2 teams that need something. So,
how many more teams? This is probably a good question to bring up with Lyle as he comes in. How many more teams do we think that the NHL could possibly add and still be a sustainable league?
This is like Seattle's it.
I think it has to be 32, right?
You got to cap it at 32.
There's no chance that you can allow this to go to like 34.
No, because then you got all the divisions are all screwed up again.
Like, at some point, do you just split this into 2 leagues?
You might do like an NL-AL thing and play you kind of do that already.
Even have that much though, right? Like, baseball doesn't even have 32 teams, or they might have 32 teams.
Baseball has 30. NFL is the only one that has 32.
All right. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I'm hoping that Houston isn't an addition to this thing, because I feel like there's only one more team that you can add. And are you moving? Who are your prime candidates to move to Quebec and Houston if you think that they're viable options right now?
Arizona.
Are you just going to move them to Houston and make them another shit team? Like, hope that the bump to moving them to a new city helps out?
Well, I think the new ownership would you sell the team and you get new owners in there, and then that way, boom, it's good to go. Because I was thinking, like, that's the only team that's really on unstable footing continuously with money.
They have been for 15 years.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know of any other situation. Like, I don't know any other team.
I wouldn't even say that Carolina is even that bad anymore. Like, I don't think they're that bad off. Like,
no,
I wouldn't see them being one of the teams that moves. I wouldn't even think that Florida is really that bad off anymore. And those are like some of your perennial, like, hey, we have the lowest attendance in the league teams.
Florida, maybe. Carolina, yeah, I think they're in better hands. And they have a thing now where new ownership, I guess, can't move teams for 7 years or some garbage like that in the NHL bylaws.
I have a feeling that there's there's like a loophole for moving in the middle of the night, though.
Oh yeah, no, you have to hire Mayflower. And
Mayflower loophole.
Mayflower loophole. It's the same thing. We did just celebrate Columbus Day, so Wait, was that the Mayflower? No, that was the Pilgrims. He was the Nina Pinta Santa Maria. Anyway, that's your well-versed history, folks. Joined now by Lyle Rich, and Lyle, we got the bugs out just for you, as we go into a second stream. Houston as a big missing piece, Jeremy Jacobs says, which I think a lot of people kind of partially agree with. Houston's a big market. Houston's got a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But Johnny brings up an interesting point. Where do we cap the team? We have to cap it at 32, right? Like that's to be manageable. 32, even then, kind of pushing a little bit
To make it even.
Yeah.
The even between the two conferences. Yeah. It's 31. And of course, Seattle will be in 2 years' time, and that'll even it up. There's not many more markets, though, really they can go to that I think would be lucrative. I mean, Houston's obviously one. There was, Portland was a possibility, but I think Seattle's going to kind of have the lockdown on the American Pacific Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, of course, have had that arena there for forever, but no owner willing to come in there and put a team there. I think unless you're willing to also put an expansion team in Quebec City, I think that's the only way that works that way. If you're going to go the expansion route, either that or you're having to go with relocating an existing Western franchise to put in there. Like let's say, for example, let's just say that the Carolina Hurricanes were to fold. They're not going to, obviously, but let's just saying for example's sake. Do you move them over into the West and cause a disparity there? I don't think so. I think you would be looking at a team like if it was, say, Arizona, because maybe despite Bettman's best efforts, and Lord knows he's put in some great efforts to keep that team going in Arizona, if they can't get a new arena deal, a downtown arena deal by next year, I don't see how they can stay where they are. I think that you might be looking at them for relocation. The fact that they're talking up Houston a fair bit, I think they're keeping Houston kind of in the hip pocket in case Arizona thunders in.
You almost have to keep every option open when it comes to Arizona. I mean,
Yeah,
because they were set to have something with Arizona State, and then that fell through.
Yeah,
because I think was it three? No, it was Tempe that they were trying to get at. Which again, it's not Phoenix either.
no.
Like, I mean, Tempe's good, but Phoenix is the place you want to be. I mean, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Is
You want to be downtown. You want to be downtown.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the only other place. I mean, the only option I can see is Arizona going to a Western market, unless you move, Arizona to Quebec City, and in which case, well, now what are you going to do? You got to put something in Houston, so it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I mean, the fact that they're talking about Houston, the fact that they're saying, hey, that's a market we'd like to get into. I believe it's the fifth largest market in the United States. I believe the fifth largest is what they were saying. What I read somewhere.
Really?
Yeah. Houston, pretty big. Pretty big.
For some reason, I thought it was like the 31st biggest TV market. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I thought I read somewhere they were the fifth largest, but I could be wrong. Would not be the first time. It's rare, I know, but
I know
it would not.
I mean, it's definitely true that the Canadian would know more about Houston than us. So.
Right. We really couldn't give a shit about you.
Well, because we kept hearing out there, all the threats of Canadian teams being relocated down there. I mean, first it was supposed to be Edmonton, and then the 1,000 owners got together, and the 300 got together and saved the Oilers franchise, and then. There was, you hear whispering of, Calgary the Flames could move down there if they don't get an arena deal, but that's going to happen. The city council's already voted to hey, let's restart those talks again. We've got less people on the city council now, friendly to the mayor, so we're willing to do an end run around the mayor to keep you here.
So Jeremy Jacobs, shockingly enough, misspoke. It's the sixth biggest market. Because
sixth, I was off by one.
Can you guess the top five?
Well, there's New York.
Sure.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Early
Oh,
haha fuck you
sure.
geography.
Sure. Holy Jesus.
Johnny, jump in if you got.
What are we? Biggest TV markets?
No,
Yeah.
population wise.
Population wise. So I said New York. Yeah, I got New York and
New York and
Los
LA.
Angeles out of the way.
You got the easy ones.
Yeah.
3 more left on the board.
Oh, come on, I can do this. Philadelphia?
Oh, haha, fuck you.
Here we go. And really, fuck you. Okay.
Philly is the 10th biggest market.
Dallas.
Fuck you.
God
Nope.
damn it.
Dallas
Chicago.
is 18. Chicago 5. There it is.
There it is. Okay, 3 of the 5. Feel free
Those
to
are the
jump
only
in
3
and,
that matter. Let's be honest.
bail me out
The
here.
other
Feel
one's probably like Seattle and Portland added together.
Close.
And-
Toronto.
Wait a minute. You said American.
No, I said North American.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh.
American. I'm sorry. My bad.
So Toronto's 4. Number 1 overall, Mexico City.
Mexico's not North America.
Allegedly, it is.
Technically, according to soccer, they are.
I gotta disagree with that.
They also
Not that I have
women's
anything against. Hey, not that I have anything against
World
Mexico.
Cup.
I don't. But North
Not that I
America.
have anything
I
against
always
Mexico.
picture Mexico as being part of Central America. I'm sorry, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Central-
Sadly,
you-
Mexico, the United States, and Canada make up North America.
that is true. They do make up NAFTA.
No, it
Mexico
doesn't
is-
exist anymore.
But they did.
Well,
they
it
used to
is
be.
name only. Yeah.
Neither does the Expos Lab, but still people love them.
Oh, sure. Stick another dagger in my heart, you bastard.
Well, they brought back Cracked Out Yuppie.
That's
So
true. He's in Philly
he
now.
got to make his debut, and I'm not gonna lie, favorite Muppet ever. I'm not gonna lie, Gritty is definitely
Grit-
my favorite Muppet.
Gritty. looking great.
Gritty's definitely. Listen,
I
Gritty.
saw a video of Gritty walk into a store. It was a fish store, if I remember correctly, that had plush sharks on a shelf. Wipe all of the sharks onto the floor and start
that.
elbow dropping these plushy sharks.
Yeah.
I was like, that's amazing and perfect marketing for Philly.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
in.
And
I'm all
and
in now on Gritty.
but I think what won me over with Gritty was having him go to a Phillies game and hang with the Philly Fanatic and do the thing. Somebody did a
Yeah.
cartoon up called Fear and Loathing in Philadelphia, showing Gritty and the Philly Fanatic in the car instead of Hunter S. Thompson and Dr. Acosta. And I thought, oh yeah, that's perfect.
I
That's
also
perfect.
I did not realize until last night watching NHL Network that Gritty's eyes move.
Yeah, the googly eyes.
Exactly. Gritty writing Fear and Loathing in Philadelphia. We were on the edge of North Philadelphia when the drugs began to kick in.
And that's where
Jesus,
Gritty
Johnny
came from.
Bats. Where did these come from? Johnny Bats. Anyway,
What
Pretty-
a great! I look up Gritty. I find the world's greatest headline because everything has to be political. How the left won the war for Gritty, the new mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh God, really?
God.
The New Yorker.
Hold on, what was the right side? Because I want to know. Was Gritty holding a rifle? Is that the difference between the
Yes.
and wearing a MAGA hat. Yeah.
Allegedly-
please do
allegedly.
something that's not colored and
First
left
off,
and right?
This is
Blue
the
and
New
red.
Yorker. This is the
Jesus.
New Yorker. This could be solid satire. But they have a picture of Gritty, and the caption underneath is "Gritty has been seized by the left as a symbol of progressive politics and resistance to Trumpism."
He's only been in existence 2 weeks, not even. Jesus. Does everything have to be politicized?
Yes.
God damn it. That's why I like living in Canada. We're not that politicized yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Oh, there's
Certainly not,
there's photography evidence that the Stanley Cup banner does still exist and hanging in Capital One Arena.
Oh yeah. No, I saw.
You guys,
just-
what? You guys still can't believe that this has happened? Come on,
Well,
now.
I had the reason.
Come
The
on.
reason I went there is I had to make sure the banner was raised.
I
and they
bought
didn't
an
take it.
OV holding a cup just in case.
There you go. There's proof. There is.
And then we got these things too.
Undeniable
Like
proof.
these things are.
Yes!
those-
And,
And I was
you-
gonna raise the banner this week in the basement, but the computer shit the bed. Maybe the computer knew that it was gonna be upstaged by a raising of the banner,
Maybe.
and it was pissed off.
But Lyle, I have to make a trip to Toronto now to see the engraved Stanley Cup with all the Caps names on there, just to make sure.
There is photographic evidence, for God's sake.
No, but listen,
You saw this. It happened on television. You watched this every few weeks.
Yeah.
Through your tears, you
Did.
watched this. For
I
God's
did,
sake. There were tears when you went and
Yeah.
watched it with. Wasn't there?
Oh, I teared up a little bit, but I had Neil Little next to me as a scout for the Panthers. I couldn't let former Philadelphia Phantoms goalie Neil Little see me cry. So there was they picked the perfect intro song for that. Like everything about that ceremony was top notch, including John Walton's State of the Union address that he gave. That was fantastic as well. Still,
I've had Mumford and Sons stuck in my head for a week now.
Yeah, still not sure it happened though. Still have to go and make sure that Photoshops happen. People are better at Photoshops these days than ever before.
Okay, you just need to stop now. Accept the fact. Washington Capitals 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
I don't know.
There. It's in record books. It's there. It's
Not
everywhere.
sure.
Scotty, it's there.
Not
it's just
sure.
Embrace.
Don't know if it
Once in
happened.
your life, man. Drop your
I
cynicism.
could be in a 17-year
embrace it.
coma. I could be in a 17-year coma thinking what I want to think. Caps win the cup. There's a junior team playing in Maryland that's giving away all-you-can-eat pasta on Friday.
Oh,
Now
no,
that
no,
rocks,
they're not
man.
giving it
No,
away.
that's not
It's
good if you're a beer
$20.
drinker,
All you can eat
That's
pasta.
not good though if you're a beer drinker though. You
It's
know,
good
that
pasta
doesn't
though.
sit
I've
well.
had it twice.
Oh, listen, I don't doubt it. I'm not saying I would not eat the
It's
pasta
good
if it went.
pasta.
I'm sure I would.
And they have beer and
seconds
wine.
of
That's
it.
part of this deal as
They
well.
do have wine.
Now the
Miles.
wine would be good with that.
Sure. No.
Could you imagine, not to go off on a random
fine.
tangent or anything, but I'm going to go to a hockey game and I'm going to eat baked ziti and drink red wine. I
There
feel
you
like
go.
that is effectively like snubbing your nose at hockey and basically being like, yeah, so I'm a soccer guy that came to a hockey game somehow. I'm going to eat my pasta and drink my red wine.
Hey man, if the pasta's good, I don't give. It shouldn't matter. It don't matter. I'm a diehard hockey
good.
fan.
I'm
If
gonna
the
eat
pasta-
more on
the pasta's
Friday night.
good and the wine is passable. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the
Absolutely.
wine yet. I have yet to drink on time while I'm working. So.
Yeah.
Because you cannot.
Hopefully
you
this
can't-
week I can. My lead in after the game is hopefully on Friday night. So how does it feel to get your first home win?
There you go.
We'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
Yeah, that's their first game back for like 3 weeks. Since 3 weeks, so it's a big
That's a
deal
long
for
road trip.
your Maryland Black Bears. Granted,
here
they only
next week,
play
too.
they only play every weekend, so it's not like
Mm.
it was straight. That'd be great if
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
like
my
the old
Lord, yeah.
Astros or the old the Blackhawks, or hell, even the Rangers having to start on the West Coast
Mhm.
because of the circus. and
Because of
stuff.
the circus. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that. So Maryland Black Bears this weekend.
They
I
might
hope
have
they
a
re-
second rink built by the time I get there again.
Johnny, spoiler alert, November, December, they're supposed to have that thing completed.
Oh,
So
all
the
right.
second rink is actually happening in Piney Orchard. It's been 15 years, but they're finally going to get it done.
I'm gonna go take pictures of it when I'm there next.
Please do. Get photo evidence that this thing's actually happening. Because I still can't believe it. They've been touting this second rink since I stopped playing midgets there. So, like, that tells you something. Speaking of
You
facilities,
played
Seattle-
against midgets there?
It was weird. It was a little bit out of touch, but they're easy to kick. Seattle announced a $70 million training facility for their new hockey team that hasn't been revealed yet.
God.
Boy, do they ever want a team? Look, $70 million training facility, huh? Huh?
Listen,
like, guys.
until the swerve of it going to Houston.
That would be fantastic. They turn around and the Board of Governors goes, "Yes, we have voted to approve the expansion of our, to our 32nd franchise. Not so fast, Seattle.
Everybody who's in the
Good
West
call. That's
Coast who
Houston,
wants a
Houston.
hockey team, take one step forward. Hey, Pacific Northwest, where are you going?
Good God, that's
Sorry.
Houston's music.
That'd be great if it was just.
And it would be Stone Cold
It
Steve
would make
Austin
sense. Of course, it
Yes.
would be.
from Texas. Yeah. Bodum.
By the way, the
But
description of Gritty via Wikipedia: Gritty is a large, furry orange creature in flyer regalia.
Because of course he is.
Which
Related
is
mascot
actually
Philly Fanatic.
that's like characterizes at least 3 Flyers fans I know as well.
It's true. It's very true. And then the guy who created Gritty, has a thing written about him.
Please tell me he's in jail for like selling drugs or something.
No, sadly, he was the guy who formerly played the Philly Fanatics mascot.
Oh well, that's fine then. I'm okay with that.
Cool.
I like the Philly Fanatics.
By the way, boy, everybody's on the Nashville Predators today. Lyle, did you hear the people not liking the Nashville Predators right now?
What did I miss? What did I miss? I was
Last night they raised their banners.
yeah, and yeah. I
Yeah.
saw the pictures of that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are saying it was very embarrassing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of read a bit of a blurb on that earlier today because they because they raised the what was it, regular season champion? Was that what that banner said?
Let me see. Hold on, Lyle. I will get you picture evidence because
Yeah.
that's thanks. I'm back at the home base.
Yes.
So Scotty Screen Share is a thing again. So they raised the Central Division champions.
Western,
the Western Conference
champions,
and then
and
the
the President's
President's Trophy. Regular season Western Conference
Yeah,
champion. Because
yeah,
remember,
Whoa,
they didn't even get to the conference final.
Yeah, like okay, yeah, I do recall that. It was just like,
Yeah, that
whoa,
is
you're
interesting.
kind of one banner too much. And, well, actually, 2 banners too much because President's Trophy champion. First of all, not even are you the Western Conference yet. You're the champion, regular season champion of the NHL. That means you had the best record overall. So that also means not just were you Western Conference champs, you were also the champion of your damn division. So what the hell? Like,
That is
okay.
interesting. Couldn't the Capitals have raised like 14 banners?
Oh,
last
sweet
week?
zombie Christ, yes.
That
yes.
They could have raised the
3.5 hours, and I would have been fine with it.
They would have
banner.
they would have
We beat the Penguins.
yeah, the Capitals would have almost as many banners. If they did that, they'd have almost as many banners in the rafters as the Toronto Maple Leafs have cup banners.
Tom Wilson only got suspended in the playoffs banner.
True.
Oh my God. So you know what this means now? I mean, in addition to the 24 Stanley Cup banners Montreal has, now they have to raise all the banners for all the times that they won the President's Trophy. Edmonton gets to raise their banners too. So there's a
I can't
shitload for
wait
them,
until they
too.
just put them around the city, like on light
I mean,
posts.
you know, but not just your President's Trophy, but also your conference, your regular season champion. Like you get the sense they're trying to compensate for something here. There's a little bit of envy going on there, perhaps. I mean, yeah, sure. If the President's Trophy banner, if you want to absolutely raise that, but throw in the other 2 as well. That smacks a little bit of championship envy there to me. A little bit of compensation going on there. Someone's feeling a little insecure.
I'm now watching a banner from last year where the Edmonton Oilers raised the banner for having the greatest team as voted on by the fans in the NHL 100.
Oh yeah,
they raised another banner for the 84-85 team.
Exactly, and that's ridiculous too.
Ridiculous too. They also raised the banner for 100 consecutive sellouts on February 1st, 2008.
That's also ridiculous.
And the Oilers
I'd actually be okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sally.
Oh, they also raised the banner for Garth Brooks.
I'm okay with that one.
I'm on the fence.
I was gonna say that I would also be okay if teams raised a banner for the number of times they won the number 1 overall pick. I'd be fine with that as well. But one NHL draft lottery, and then each year that they won it, that's on the banner.
But that would blow up in your face sometimes too. I mean, picture Ottawa with their Alexander Daigle banner hanging up there.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to raise it.
Put it up there.
Come on, Ottawa.
Sorry,
Have Dag and his whole family
that's
come
how
up too.
banners are made nowadays.
But you're right. Yeah, that's.
I sure as fuck hope that Nashville handed out 3 replica banners to everybody as well. Then
I've been great.
Oh my God.
Now, of
that's-
course, the Caps stopped doing this years ago after they got the little bit of oh boy, not goodness.
Mm.
Now they just
well, they
added-
also raised an attendance banner for the
That's true.
Wizards. I think it was.
Yeah. Look. Here's the rules. Got to be very simple. Stanley Cup championship, conference. Okay, Stanley Cup championship, or
I would say conference.
would you say
conference
conference champion? You'd go with that.
But
yeah.
only playoff,
Okay.
not the
Okay.
regular season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I will
only
grant
playoff.
you-
Yes.
Yeah, getting to the cup final is pretty hard. So then it's okay.
And you
Stanley
actually
Cup-
did. You actually did win trophy because you got
Yes,
the Clarence.
that's right.
Bowl
You're a
and
Camp.
Prince
Yes,
of
yes.
Prince
You
of
won the
Wales trophy.
Campbell Conference Bowl or the Prince of Wales Trophy. So yes, you can raise the banner for that. And if you win the President's Trophy, you can raise the banner for that. And that
But you
should
can't have everyone standing in front of the trophy like the Predators did.
what in front of the banner? You mean?
No.
Oh, in front.
Oh,
Why not? No,
put
you
the
can have
trophy-
people stand in
Put the
front of the
trophy out
trophy.
there. On
That's
the
okay. I don't have a problem with that. It's a team thing. Excuse me, it's a team
guess.
thing. I don't have a problem with that. It's not as great as winning the Stanley Cup, but there you go.
Sure,
But yeah, hey. But nah, but we're Central Division champions. Who gives a crap? Who cares? Well, we're also the Western Conference regular season champions. Yeah, because you won the President's Trophy. You
Yes,
don't
guys.
get. Come on. Anyway,
Guys, stop
So-
padding your banner stats.
There was
Yeah.
a good counter argument to this though. That I saw on Twitter today. And the counter argument effectively stated that Nashville is in that like the honeymoon is over phase. Right? Nashville's been around for how long now? 15 years?
20 years
20.
now.
over
20 years. They've just started to be like good and starting to like go to the
Consistently
playoffs,
good.
go to the finals, do all of that kind of stuff. And now they're like, well, the fans have started now basically saying, well, if this regular season doesn't matter, why do I have to go? And it does make an interesting point, right? Because
But
now,
all those
like,
banners are from the regular season, though.
Yeah.
but I get that. But if no one goes to the regular season games and they're like, I'm just going to hold out because they're going to make the playoffs again this year, like, doesn't that kind of like start breaking into their like, hey, we sell out the arena all the time. We have all this extra money because of concessions, blah, 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 that kind of stuff.
I'm still saying banners, Stanley Cup championship banner.
I mean,
either
I
the
agree
Campbell,
with
Cup,
that
Campbell or the
completely.
Prince of Wales banner,
But I think
or
it's funny.
President's Trophy. That should be it. That should be it.
Can the NHL mandate that?
They could have.
I
they wanted
wish.
to. I wish they would, because it's getting silly, man. It's like I said. I mean,
Banners are expensive too, I have to think.
well, but I mean, it kind of cheapens it too, because you look at it, kind of cheapens it a bit. If you're
Sure.
throwing up banners for every little nickety pickety thing that comes along, I mean, it just kind of cheapens the effect. It's like, well, Montreal has 24 banners in their rafters. Yes, because they won the Stanley Cup 24 times. Toronto is 13 because they won it 13 times. Detroit is 10 because they won it 10 times. Okay, you want to get the banner, win more. Okay, but in the meantime, hey, if you want to go and put up the President's Trophy or the Prince of Wales or the Campbell's Conference one, if you win that one, but fall short, well, that's fine too. But geez, let's not throw Central Division champion. Nobody cares. Western Conference regular
What if they
season
took one
champions.
down when they won the Stanley Cup?
I think you should have to.
Take it down.
Yes. If the Predators win the
Mr.
Stanley Cup this
Leotis,
year, they have to
Tear
take
down that banner.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
There goes the
Yes.
attendance banner. Damn it. I knew that was going to be the one to go.
Be gone, attendance banner.
Oh boy.
Too bad.
I'm looking forward to the We Beat the Penguins banner, though.
I always thought the joke was they're not going to raise the cup banner. They're just going to raise a picture of Evgeny Kuznetsov saying we won in 6 games.
That's what the Stanley Cup banner's for.
Yeah.
How you got there? That's what that's for. The Penguins can say, "Well, we have 4 Stanley Cup or 5 Stanley Cup banners. Yeah, what have you done for us lately? Look what we did lately. Screw you,
Wouldn't
bitch."
it be awesome if it was like instead of the actual names on the Stanley Cup, because you can't really see it that well, it basically just said we beat Pittsburgh in the second round,
But see, if you go that
like
far,
over and over and over
see,
again.
if you go that far, then see, then you're proving to Penguins fans that you just can't quit them.
Hmm.
See,
Well, they don't have any goaltenders.
so you don't
so-
want to go there. So, yeah. Well,
N-
for now,
No goalies. A Casey DeSmith is what they have.
Way to go, no goal off.
Oh man. So yeah, Lyle, we were talking about goalie depth earlier.
Oh.
We need good goal. You need good goalie depth to be a player or be actual contender. It's still early in the season, sure,
Yep.
but
Yep.
Tristan Jerry's injured.
Well, he's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah,
He's going to be cleared to come back.
but still, I mean, that's still shaky.
Smith.
Smith,
Smith. I
Um,
love the band. I love their band. D.
Yeah.
Smith.
a little whiny for my taste. But I mean, and then there's it's all in the notes today. Matt McMurray. We're not sure if he's going to play or not. He might suit up. I'm like,
Once he gets over his concussion. Sure.
yeah, I was like, wait. They were talking about for Thursday's game. They were talking about on the Penguins website. They're like, we're not sure if Matt Murray is going to suit up for the next contest.
let's just rush this, shall we? I don't think that's a good idea, kids. If he's got a concussion, I don't think so. Let him set. It's early enough in the season. Okay, you don't need this. This isn't life or death right now. That would be a huge mistake. That would be a huge mistake if they like, yeah, he could suit up Thursday. I'd be like, no, man, give this guy a week. Give him a week off. We are not even in the first. We haven't completed the first full week of the NHL season, and you're talking about putting a goalie in on a Thursday who suffered a concussion in practice on Monday.
Yeah.
Let's not be stupid here. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't care if he's saying, "Oh no, I'm fine," and they go, "Oh no, medically he's fine." That's nice, Matt. That's nice. Tell you what, take a seat for a couple of games here. We'll go with the kids, and then start next week. You can go back in, practice for a while, but let's make sure that you're 100% healthy. Because if they rush him back in and he gets his bell rung again and he's out a lot longer, it's going to be a long, long season.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Jerry or DeSmith can pull off Matt Murray imitations. By that, I don't mean getting hurt.
Johnny brings up a good
Jerry's
point.
already done that, so
That's true.
getting hurt.
I mean getting hurt frequently.
Johnny brings up a good point. Litigation. That is also you rush this kid back, he gets another concussion, then he's in a lawsuit 10 years down the line.
Could very well be.
That's
Very
how
well
they do it.
be. Do you really want to set yourself up for that? I don't think that's a wise decision.
And you
Let him,
just
like I said, you're not battling for a playoff spot right now. This is like I said, we're in the first full week of the regular season. We are what, 2-3 games in? Jesus,
Mhm.
sit the guy for God's sake. Sit a spell. Let him heal up. Don't be foolish.
Don't be fools. Ooh. Sorry.
Exactly.
Do a goalie with a boo boo.
Nice.
Thank you.
That was my 50s doo-wop that I
I was trying to go with you.
apparently still have in the back of my head somehow from growing up.
What about William Nylander? What can we say about William Nylander that hasn't been already said about him before?
I've said enough about him this week. My God, I wrote 3 articles about the guy. Sweet Jesus.
Is there
Well,
any kind of coming to an end of this?
not anytime soon. Not
No?
anytime soon. I think he and his camp are willing to, push this as far as they can to get what they want. I can understand his side of it. You don't want to turn around and sign for, look, first of all, listen, $6 million for $6 million per season for 6 years. That's a pretty healthy rate. Jesus, it's a lot healthier than what I was expecting that the Leafs were going to offer up. But he doesn't want to turn around and ink for that much, and then turn around and see Matthews and Marner getting north of $10 million per season on a similar lengthy deal, and here he is earning considerably less, especially if his play ends up being near the equivalent of what those guys are doing. So when he's asking for Leon Draisaitl money, well, I can understand that, but only to a degree. Do I think he's worth $8.5 million? No, hell, I don't think Leon Draisaitl is worth $8.5 million. I don't think the Leafs should have to suffer for the Oilers' mistake. Okay, and they certainly shouldn't repeat that mistake. But the clock is ticking. You're not going to hear it very loudly right now, but once that calendar flips past November 1st, you're going to start hearing it tick louder, because they've got until the 1st of December to get him signed, or he becomes ineligible for the rest of the season, setting up the nightmare scenario of having to re-sign not just Austin Matthews, not just Mitch Marner, but also William Nylander, all in the same summer.
God, do you know how much I love chaos?
Oh, yeah.
If you love chaos, then you're going to be praying that Nylander holds out for the entire season.
So are you telling me now to pick up Nylander in my fantasy league, or wait for a week?
Give it some time.
Give it some time. Patience is the watchword with Nylander.
Because I don't care if I win games right now. This is early in the season. I'm waiting for the playoffs.
Playoffs. But, in terms of the performance and things like that, I mean, as long as the Leafs keep winning without him, then I think that shifts a little bit more leverage back to them. I mean, Nylander can sit down and go, well, hey, I'm going to ride this whole deadline thing till the 1st of December, sign me or else. But he could turn around and say, you know what, we're doing just fine without you, kid. Take the summer, take the rest of the year off, try and stay in shape, and we'll talk with you next June, see where you're at then. But the Leafs put themselves, though, in a tight spot with this anyway, going back to signing Tavares. I said back in July that they didn't need to do that. And if you're hoping to re-sign those three guys, it's at the money they're going to be seeking, it's probably going to run you around $30 million for all three. And I was researching it today, that's going to push their salary cap for next season to $79 million committed to 14 players. So even if the cap goes to 84, you're not going to have very much room.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's not only did they not need John Tavares because they had enough depth.
It's almost too bad they signed John Tavares now.
Well, it is. I mean, listen, they better hope they didn't bring him a Stanley Cup now, because they're going to have to do some this is going to be a real good test for Kyle Dubas. Damn it, Cal! How are you going to be creative and free up the cap space? I mean,
that's so weird, and everybody got so angry last year when I was like, "Why would you sign John Tavares when you have Austin Matthews?"
I didn't get angry with you. I agree.
No, other people on Twitter, they're just
yeah.
They don't listen to the show anyway, so they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Right. So they have Austin Matthews to re-sign.
Yep, and the word is $12.5 million.
Oh, easy.
That's just the talk. Nobody knows what his camp is asking for.
I mean, have you seen the jackets he was wearing this week?
I mean, it's
at least $12.5 million worth.
Wow, the padded snow jacket looked like he was an anime character.
Oh yeah,
and
he looked like M. Bison.
Big long ass coat looked like something out of the Matrix.
He was very M. Bison like. We get it. He was Street Fighter 5. So him, Mitch Marner.
If right now Mitch Marner is on a 143 point pace. Now, obviously, he's not going to reach that.
That's some kind of record.
God, I love the beginning of the season.
Oh, I know. But let's say he hits 80 points this season, which I do not think is outside the realm of possibility at all, because he reached 69 points last year.
Nice.
And I knew you were going to like that. Oh yeah. But
at least he does. I hope he doesn't turn around this season.
He hits 80 points this year. Man, that's 10 mil. Easy. 10 mil a season. Easy. Cha-ching. Cash that check, because it's coming. So right there, that's 22.5 mil right there to two guys. And if Nylander sticks to his asking price down below 8 mil, and you throw up your hands and decide, okay, what the hell, we're going to sign you for that, there's 30 mil. But even if you can get him to come in at 6 mil,
that's
even
28.
Then, he's still 28.
But
and that means $77 million will be invested in
So
14 players.
Does that mean they pass on Jake Gardner?
They're going to have to. You can't
Wow.
possibly re-sign him.
But I
Wow.
thought they needed defensemen. How are they going to keep the puck out of the goal next season?
Exactly. Like, this is what I don't understand. I'm writing a piece for my soapbox this weekend, and it's all about this. Basically, the title of it is "The Shanna Plan Meets Salary Cap Reality," because that's what this is. That's what they're facing
That
real
sounds
fast.
like a 3-part series.
Oh, I wish
it
it
seems
did.
like an expose.
But I've kept it down to under 800 words, so you'll thank me.
For right now, this is part 1.
But this all ties into the whole thing. Like, when they signed Patrick Marleau, not this summer, but last summer, I questioned that. I said, well, you might as well kiss James Van Riemsdyk goodbye, because you're not going to be able to afford to re-sign him. And sure enough, they had to wave bye-bye to him. And now you turn around and you invest $11 million in John Tavares, a player that I still don't believe they needed.
No.
You know, I get it if you're going all in to try and win the cup this year, but was it really worth? Like, why didn't you just throw $13 million at him or $14 million for 1 year? Stevie, take that. But of course he wouldn't. He's going to want long-term security. So in which case, well, why didn't you just stick to your plan of building? Okay, you already had 3 pieces there that you can work with. The Leafs had no problem scoring last season. No problem.
Right.
They had problems keeping the puck out of their own goddamn net, and that's not all on Freddie Anderson. That's on their defense.
See, that was going to be my question. Like, they weren't bad last season.
No, they weren't. They were still a growing team. That was supposed to be year 3 of their big rebuild.
Yep.
You know, and Jesus, yeah, they exceeded expectations, and that's fantastic. But God, then you go and shoot the wad on a guy you don't need, tying up invaluable cap space that you need to not just re-sign your 3 key forwards, but you leave yourself no wiggle room to bring in help on defense. Like, this is the madness of this that I still don't understand. I know Leaf fans are all giddy right now, but even guys who are my Leaf friends, who are Leaf fans, friends of mine here, even they're kind of a little nervous. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is great, but how are we going to be able to re-sign Nylander and this guy and
Don't
still
think anything into the
defense?
future. It's fine. Just don't think
Just,
about the future.
Man,
Live in the present.
the only way this works is if the Leafs just win all their game playing run and gun hockey. They top the friggin' league, march to the Stanley Cup playing run and gun stuff. They bring us back to the Oilers of the 1980s. That's the only way I see this working. And quite frankly, I'm sorry, but the last time I looked at Freddie Anderson, he ain't no Grant Fuhr.
Yeah, no, he's barely Grant Clitsome.
And he wasn't even a goalie.
Nope.
No. He ain't, Freddie ain't no Coco. So that's not happening. And like Steve Simmons wrote a piece a couple of weeks ago going that I've also kind of pecked apart a little bit there last week on my soapbox. He's saying, no, call me crazy, but I think they can win with this defense. And it's like, well, Steve, you're crazy. No offense, dude. I got what he was trying to say. Like, he tried to make the example that, for example, your Washington Capitals, that the Leafs that the Capitals defense was only marginally better than the Leafs defense right now. And I call BS on that off the bat, because they do not have, first of all, the Leafs do not have a defenseman like John Carlson, who led defensemen not just in regular season scoring, but playoff scoring last year. Okay? A proven, established puck-moving defenseman. That's a must. Okay? Now, the rest of the guys, you can sit down and go, Matt Niskanen ain't chopped liver. Good all-around defenseman. Dmitry Orlov, sometimes he has adventures, but overall, he's better than Jake Gardner.
Yeah.
For God's sake. I mean, Kempny was he was a pleasant surprise. You guys got him at the deadline, to come in. And I know that I'm probably forgetting a couple others here, but regardless,
Brooks,
the Caps
there were two.
But the Caps defense was much better than the Leafs defense was last year or this year. Plus, you also forgot, one very important point as well, because he was talking about, the Capitals, the Leafs were, I think, I think he said the Leafs were 16th in goals against, and the Capitals were 20th in goals against. And it's like, yeah, but you're forgetting the fact that Braden Holtby had a so-so year last year. Okay, and Phil Grubauer to spell him off. Then the playoffs came, and after the first 2 games with Grubauer in goal against the Blue Jackets, they went back to Holtby, and ta-da! He rediscovered his Vezina form and carried them to the Stanley Cup final. Again, Freddie Anderson's a good goalie, but he ain't no former Vezina winner like Holtby. Sorry, not there. So his whole argument, and of course he also brought up the Penguins about how their defense wasn't all that good either. And like, are you kidding me? It was their depth and defense that enabled the Penguins to overcome the loss of Chris Letang, their best defenseman, throughout the 2017 playoff. And the year before, they had Letang and won the Stanley Cup. Plus, they also had 2 really good goaltenders in Marc-Andre Fleury and Matt Murray. So where the hell are you getting this? That, I think the Leafs can win with their defense. No, they can't. No, they can't. And that's why I said this all goes back to why I'm saying this. It goes all the way back to, so you want to know why they can't sign Nylander? Because the Shanna plan, I think, is kind of gone off the rails here a bit. They got impatient. They saw their success and got impatient, and because I don't see a way around this, unless you trade Nylander to bring in a top 4 defenseman that's maybe a little more affordable.
By the way, small sample size, but I really like Nick Dow for the Caps. I really like this kid. I think he's Redemption Story 3.0. He's Brett Conley 3.0.
The Caps have been good with that recently.
Yeah, they really have. They've picked a lot of guys off the heap.
Oh yes, they have. Yes, they have. They're like the Penguins that way. You know, seriously. I mean, the Penguins do that, but the Capitals have too, to their credit. I mean, Kempny, they got him from Chicago, and everybody was like, "Who? You know, what's he done?" And then, geez, he wound up being the talk of the playoffs. Him, Devontae Smith-Pelly. You know, he was another reclamation project. So yeah,
it's a good time had by all. Lyle, what have you liked so far this early season? You like all the goals? There's been a million goals this season so far.
I do like all the goals, just because I know that this is going to be very short-lived, and in about a month's time, even less than a month's time, the scores are going to drop significantly. I wish they wouldn't. I would love to see us kind of going toward kind of back in time towards 80s fire wagon hockey a bit, but yeah, I don't see that trend lasting very long, but I do enjoy it.
I mean, the Capitals have scored 13 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah, the Leafs have scored 20 in 4 games. That 7-6 game against Chicago, that was hilariously entertaining. I was laughing through the whole thing because the goals kept coming, but it was entertaining as hell.
So the same thing happened in the beginning of last season, right? And everybody was like, all the changes to the goalie equipment are really working, blah, blah, blah. And then everything just kind of came back to the mean.
Everybody adjusted for
because teams.
This is the same thing.
Because teams tightened up defensively again. Yeah.
The
first half, it's like the first half of the season. You can't judge the first half of the season.
I get changing the chest protector this year. Awesome. I mean, goalies are complaining about it. Cool, even better. But I think what we need to do is the next step is we need to change defensemen's knee pads. Their leg pads need to be smaller. Let's get on the defenseman. Let's start affecting everybody on this, not just picking on goalies.
Let's call a penalty if you leave your feet to block shots.
Oh, see, that's a block. That's the blocks. That's a stat in the Face Off Hockey Show Hockey League. So we're gonna have to keep that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we have to keep it. We need.
Besides, I don't think
blocks is one of the only things I'm leading in this week.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm up 12-2 on Todd P. Butts. So
has he cared about hockey?
No, I think he just set his roster, and that was that.
That's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Pick'em segment. This is a segment which we do every year, and then the winners determine by
Pick'em. Oh, damn it! If only I wasn't shitting around with a computer and I read the run. Oh, I didn't get the rundown. That's right.
Yeah, I didn't send you your rundown.
What league?
Yes. We are going with Sean P. O'Connor's favorite league, the Cumja. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League.
Woo!
18 teams to choose from. You
That's
can. They're all. A lot of them are in Quebec. And then you got the Maritimes.
There's quite a few in the Maritimes. Don't
They
let
have a
names-
whole. They have 6 teams.
Yeah.
That's I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's 6 teams in the Maritimes. It's a third of the league, Lyle.
Yeah.
It's a
That's what I'm
third of the
saying.
league. Also, this
Yeah,
is a
I'm saying,
league
no, I'm
where Pascal Rayum, Manon's unsuccessful little brother, is a coach in this league. So we
you
will
go.
we will start with he's no longer with us. Mark with a C. And he is going to pick the man who he loves the most. It's his favorite Muhammad Ali quote as well. Rumble, young man, rumble. I don't think Ali said that. It was said about him. Mark's not great with quotes. The Moncton Wildcats.
How can I not find the teams in this damn league?
Just go to the Wikipedia page. Lay hockey? What the hell's lay hockey?
You can watch every game of the CHL live.
Nice. Lyle,
There you go.
what you got for us?
Well, as you know, I always stick with my wrestling teams.
Yeah.
So why should this year be any different?
Right.
And exactly. But I'm also going to stick with my hometown boys, ladies and gentlemen. Your Charlottetown Islanders.
No.
Islanders, which also goes with the old WWE tag team of the past when it was WWF. The Islanders.
There you go.
I believe it was Haku and Tama were the
That
Islanders.
sounds right. Yes.
Haku and
Ah.
Tama were the
Evgeny Kuznetsov on the power play.
Ela Boo. Flappy. Since Johnny won last year, he will go last.
Yes.
I am going to pick.
Did I win last year?
I think you did.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
You
we
most
checked that
certainly
out.
did, sir.
It's amazing. I didn't think I won.
Congrats.
You did. the
Actually, I
Capitals
thought Mark
winning the-
won. I'm going to be completely honest at this one. I'm pretty certain Mark won last year.
Don't
No,
Leahy
no.
yourself.
No, it was all you. See the Capitals. See, then there's your proof, Scotty. The Capitals winning the cup totally obliviated from Johnny's mind the
See-
fact that he had won our pick'em.
No, see, I think that this is just more of a haze. Like, this is the haze, this is the uncertainty in this coma
know,
mind that I've
I'm
been
going
living in.
to
for the
I'm
past
going to say
17
this.
years.
I don't think that there's a Capitals hangover this year from winning the Stanley Cup because I'm pretty certain they're still drunk.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, no, they just
Oh hell
hair
yeah!
the dog.
It's going to take a long time for them boys to detox. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'll pick Menon's unsuccessful brother in Val de Fleur.
Oh,
Heard the fleur.
we need that team. We would have given it to
Phew.
Sean either way.
Exactly. Johnny, who you got?
So last year I had a gimmick where I tried to pick teams that were exactly the same number of characters.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I won.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
So this year, to root for chaos, I'm going to go with exactly the opposite of that.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to go with the Blainville Brisebois Armada.
Oh,
Yes.
Because there are a lot of letters in that first name and not
Oh,
many
yeah.
in the second name.
Yeah.
You are correct, sir.
Lyle, as our resident Canadian, how do you say that?
I have to. Okay, let me pull it up again.
Blainville.
I got it. Let me.
Boisbran.
Hang on.
Boisbran.
Your brother Bruce coaches the team, Lyle. You should know this.
Boisbran.
The Blainville Boisbriand Armada.
Boisbriand. There we go.
Boisbriand.
No, Boisbriand.
Boisbriand.
Not Boisbriand.
Boisbriand.
The Blainville Boy Band
Boisbriand.
Armada.
Boisbriand.
The
Got
boy
it.
band Armada.
Boy Band
Boisbriand.
Armada. I got it.
The Blainville Boisbriand Armada. Bonjour.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it's time for now.
Oh my! The
It
game
is.
sensation that's sweeping the nation.
It's fantastic. You all love it. It's haha fuck you. So we talked about Houston.
Oh,
Houston,
no.
we have a problem.
Houston has never held a neutral site regular season hockey game.
Good. They're not.
What?
However,
I
we will
call
be
it.
going to April 3rd,
Oh,
1994.
Oh.
is that
April
within your comfort
3rd.
zone, Johnny?
Yeah, whatever. My
Are we?
comfort zone's out the window.
This is NHL 94.
NHL 94 territory. There you go.
Kind of, because those were the NHL 93. Okay, go ahead.
Dun,
Continue.
dun, dun,
So
dun, dun,
that's
dun,
true. Well, no, because the
It's close
Ducks were
enough.
playing this year, and the Ducks were.
dun.
So we have two options.
Okay.
Yes.
We have option A. We have option B.
Option A. No, wait. Let me hear what they are first. Sorry, I panicked. Oh dear.
Option A is in California.
Oh, okay.
Option B is in Ohio.
Johnny.
We've been to both places for drafts.
We have.
What was
I'm
the
gonna say
place you
that-
liked the most?
Ohio was much more debaucherous, but I had more fun in California.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna go with California.
Tough choice.
California, Lyle.
California.
Or Ohio, Lyle?
I'm gonna go along with Johnny on this one. Johnny had fun in California. Well, I don't want to spoil this.
So we will leave the Bruins Penguins from Richfield Coliseum in Cleveland, and we will go to the Arco Arena in Sacramento,
Suck it,
California.
Sacramento.
Los Angeles Kings beat the Edmonton Oilers 6-1.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh boy.
The Edmonton Oilers had everything going for them except for this game. We have skaters apiece. We have 3 goalies on the board.
Oh, nice.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh my!
I love the 3 goalie one.
Oh my.
We got
Okay,
3
I think-
goalies. I'm gonna bring up the chat. I'm gonna bring up the chat just to see what happened.
So this was 1994.
1994.
All right.
If Kevin Potter's still in the room, what up, Kevin Potter? How's Cypher doing? Anyway, 1994, 18, 2-1. Johnny P, start us off.
I'm gonna go with Wayne Gretzky.
On the board, obviously.
Mhm.
3 assists in this game. Lyle.
I'm just happy he wasn't hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in there and try and see if I can grab a goaltender here. I'm gonna say Bill Ranford.
On the board. Look at that. Took the loss in the game.
Oh.
Back to Johnny.
I'm gonna go with Luke Robitaille.
Luke Robitaille on the board had a goal.
Ooh, another good one.
what?
I'm gonna go with another goalie, and I'm gonna say Kelly Rudy.
Fuck you. Nope.
Oh, see, I was gonna say Kelly Rudy, but I didn't think it was right.
Crap! I say unto you.
Wow.
Crap.
Getting his out of the way early. Johnny, to you.
I'm gonna go with the probably the third person on that line of Yari Curry.
He's on the board. Larry Curry. Goal and an
Look at-
assist.
Look at you go.
To Lyle.
I think Jason Arnott was with the Oilers then, was he not?
He was on the board. -1, 4 shots on the night.
Yeah.
Johnny.
This guy was never very far away from Wayne Gretzky, so I'm gonna go Marty McSorley.
On the board.
Oh, look at you go, man. Oh,
Johnny P just ripped that lunch bag. Just brought him so much good Kings luck.
Oh, it's right
Tony,
over
he's
there, actually. I'm
got a
gonna
lot of
grab it
good
real
Kings.
quick.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna jump in here and I'm gonna take away one of your Kings players for you, Johnny,
No.
just to be a douche, and I'm gonna say Rob Blake.
On the board had a goal, 50% shooting as well. And his goal was the second, so it was the game winner.
That's not even fair.
Oh, come on.
That's perfect.
Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm glad you bought that.
He should be. Popcorn Topia.
With his
Is there.
lunch bag.
Popcorn Topolis.
Oh, that's close. I think it's Johnny's turn
Beautiful.
now.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think the Burger King is big enough on this box. Though.
No.
No,
It never
but,
is, really.
but at least he's there.
Oh.
At least he's there. That's good to see.
See, this is where things start to go south. I think
Yeah.
The interesting part is I have no idea who their goalie was. Oh, this is weird. Rob Stauber.
Ooh. No way! No way!
Sorry, it
No
must have been
way!
because I was touching the
Nicely
bag.
done,
35 saves.
Honey, you are kicking my
It
ass
must
here,
have been
man.
because I was touching the bag because
For
there was
Bobby
zero chance I'd thought of
Oh,
that right until I
wow.
said I don't remember who their goalie was.
Oh, wow.
That was
God
fantastic.
damn, man.
Great.
God
Well, that's
damn.
that's a Leland Irving pull of the night.
That's
Yeah, it
that's
was.
the deep dive.
We'll have to make music for Leland
Yeah.
Irving pull of the night.
By the way, not to throw a wrench in it, Johnny is perfect.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna mess up next time, so don't worry
That's
about it.
fine.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well, let's just enjoy this one. I'm impressed of all the
Can I
names that you
pass?
called, though. If all the name that you called, the last one was the best one, man.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
absolutely.
as soon as he said stop, I was like, ooh. Okay. I think of Oilers, man, their team was pretty much gutted by that
It was
point.
kind of garbage.
Yeah, because there was a couple of names I was gonna say, and I'm not gonna say them because I know they were with the Rangers by that point. Fudge, hang on. All right, I'm gonna go away from the Oilers. I'm gonna go away from the Oilers here for a second. I'm gonna go with the
Sure.
Kings. Give me a sec. Daryl Sador.
Bored. Daryl Sutter.
I was gonna say that one next.
Good pull.
Oh,
Had
man.
a goal on
That
3
was
shots.
that was my next king. that I
You're
was
right
gonna
though.
throw out there.
They're getting hard now. Holy
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
now we're in the dog shit part of the Kings roster.
Oh,
Still a couple names on the board though.
This is so random as well. Bob Corkum.
Jesus, that is random, but it's not right.
damn it! Oh, if you got that one, I was
He
throwing
was-
in the towel.
He was in
I was gonna throw in the
Anaheim.
I was waving the
Close.
white flag. I was done.
He was close though.
Sweet
Well,
Jesus.
yeah, his home base was close. They were playing in Sacramento. That's not that close. That's NorCal. Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Wow, if he got that right, I would have ended the show. I have control to end the show tonight.
Oh
so.
man, Ed's like, okay, he's got the
You know, I
juju
can-
going
I
here.
See you later.
Yeah.
All right, to
All
Lyle.
right. Mm,
One goalie's still on the board if you're scoring at home or even if you're alone.
Yeah. I think I'm tapped out for goalies. The only goalie I knew in the Oilers was Billy Ramford.
We have one guess from the
Okay.
what do you think? AJ
Let him
says
go.
Tony Granado, and to that
Oh.
I say, haha, fuck you,
Oh!
because I think he was with the Sharks at that point.
Oh.
Mm,
Ew.
So back to Lyle.
Okay. Buckburger.
Sorry, what did you just call me?
Buckburger. Kelly Buckburger.
Burger on the board.
Yes.
Wow.
Former Atlanta
Ah.
Thrashers captain. I think captain of this team too. By that point,
Wasn't this the Kings team that went to the Cup final?
the year before they did.
The
Ah.
year before. Yeah. Were they even in the playoffs? And I don't think they made the playoffs the following
I don't
'94.
think
Did they?
Did no.
I think the only thing they did that year that was a big deal was Gretzky got his 802nd goal. I think
as
broke
of
Gordie
this
Howe's
game,
goal record.
after this game, they were 26, 41, and 11. So yeah, I don't think they made the
Oh.
playoffs.
Ooh, wow, what a come down from going to the Cup final the year
Oh, yeah,
before.
it was very
Wow.
much a Bush
I still
song.
have a article cut out, I believe, on my wall in my parents' bedroom of Wayne Gretzky breaking the goals record.
Mhm.
Nice.
Mm. Yeah, because he did it that year. Yeah, but I think that was the only thing that was notable was that year for that.
Huh.
So
Let's
to
see.
Johnny now.
So I've gone through all of the Kings players that started on NHL '94.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
boy, this sucks.
Huh.
Mm.
I'm gonna say that I don't know any Oilers. If you went with Jason Arnott, my God. What about Kelly Chase?
Haha, fuck you. By the way, AJ, Jason Arnott already said by Lyle, so you are correct, but Lyle got there first.
Sorry, AJ. My turn.
Yes, sir.
What's
Okay.
more notable is not that I was perfect, but that AJ is not tonight.
AJ did get Jason Arnott, but just too late.
Yeah, just too
But
late.
still a 0 on the board.
Still, yes. Still a goose.
Dave Taylor.
Oh, that is one. He played for the Kings. I know that.
Yeah.
Not today.
Oh.
Not
today.
Oh. Was he retired?
Let me look.
Yeah.
Well, I
know
know he
he
played for the Kings.
I know he played the year before. Oh, he was with the Kings his whole career, I think. He was part of the Crown line back in the day.
He was. He was only a Kings guy. And he played only 33 games in 93-94. So odds are he could have retired earlier, just injured, or who the hell knows.
He was probably injured. He was
freaking 78. So
yeah, he was pretty banged up even in when they went to the Cup final the year before.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay. So no Dave Taylor.
To John
A.
We do have a guess in, Johnny, if you want to give your guess up.
Yeah, sure. They can go ahead.
AJ says Alexei Zhitnik, and he is on the board.
That's funny.
Zhitnik, a goal, 2 assists in this game.
That's really funny. He played for the Kings, right?
He played for the Kings.
Yeah.
Back 2 weeks in a row.
Zhitnik's
coming on the board.
I might have used that later on.
Or twice in the last 3 weeks. Anyway,
yeah, twice in the last 3 weeks because last week Johnny ran it.
Yeah, I ran it, and I was way off. No Alexei Zhitnik. I should have gone with Alexei Zhitnik's first game.
You should have. That would have been classic.
Next time Mark's on, we have to go with Alexei Zhitnik's first game, but not tell him that it's Alexei Zhitnik's first game.
Or his last game. Either way.
Either way. That's a popular name. So it's Johnny, right?
So the Johnny.
Yeah, I started off fantastic, and now I'm just kind of like,
I
don't know.
You ran the board on all the Kings that I know. Holy Jesus. The only one I stole from you was Rob Blake.
Mm-hmm.
And Daryl Sador.
Okay. And Daryl Sador.
Not that I'm holding a grudge. I can't even think of who that third goalie would have been in this game, which is bad.
The thing is, there are some names on the board, but these were before they were names.
Yeah, like
it must have been an Oilers goalie because I guess Kelly Rudy.
Yeah, it is an Oilers goalie. We will say it is an Oilers goalie.
You said Stauber, and we know he was a Kings goalie.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I called Billy Ramford, who was an Oiler that year, but obviously didn't play in this game.
No, he played. He lost.
No,
You got the point.
You got the point for him.
Oh, I did. Okay, shut up. Well, jeez,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm on drugs. Never mind. Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna go with Yannick Perreault.
Another good tried and true guess. Wrong, but lovely. I love the reference.
I think you got to start being the go-to one. We've used Zhitnik to death now, and he's come up twice in as many weeks. So we're gonna have to start going with the Yannick Perreault guess. Yeah, Yannick Perreault is gonna be the default when you're stuck.
Yeah, AJ chimes in with Thomas Sandstrom.
It's another one.
And to which I say, ha, fuck you.
Oh,
He also played for the Kings, though. Damn it.
He did, but he also was on the Penguins, I believe, at this point, too.
There we go.
If we were playing the other game, the other game, then I think he would have been in there.
Then he would have been in that one.
Let me actually check the game.
That's funny. Actually, that's super funny.
Yes, Thomas Sandstrom got an assist in the other neutral site game in Ohio.
That's fantastic.
Oh God,
That's great.
Okay,
This is good. This is good radio.
I think I've got another Oiler, but I'm kind of reaching here.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Waite.
Well, you didn't have to reach far. That's on the board.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
My wife's gonna get mad at me here in a minute. Oh, because I didn't think he was with the team then. Oh shit!
I have
wow.
no idea if this is true.
Wow.
But I just had a random person crying enter my brain.
Okay.
What about Ryan Smith?
No Smythe. Sorry.
Smith?
No Smith, my Smith.
No Smith.
Darn it.
Uh,
He cried though, and he played for the Oilers.
True.
Todd Marchant.
Haha. Fuck you.
I'm really starting to run out of names here.
Putting out a last call for online guesses. Last call for online guesses.
Could I go with Rico Fata?
You could. It's not right, but you could.
Everyone needs a good Rico Fata drop every once in a while.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Sorry. Well, yeah.
Tapper.
I've used all my kings.
I'm out. Yeah, I can't. I'm literally trying now, and I can't think of anybody.
I mean, if Yannick Perreault's not on any of these teams,
Well, there you are. Yeah, and somebody got Zhitnik, so there you go.
Johnny, are you Tapperoonie?
Yeah. Unless I don't even remember the guy's first name anymore, but Sillinger played on like 45 teams. So
Mike Sillinger. He can be the other default. He can be. I think we got two defaults now. Yannick Perreault, Mike Sillinger. There we go.
There you go. All right. Online guesses look like they're done. So, for the Oilers, Arnett was mentioned. We all love Bob Beers.
Oh, I had a couple of those tonight.
There you go. Hookberger was mentioned. Zdeno Seeger.
Huh. Actually, if you can have a cigar with some beers every once in a while,
Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can.
Louis DeBrusque. Brent Greavy.
That's actually before the beers and the cigar.
Igor Kravchuk. Kurt Malpe.
That's right. Yeah.
Something called a Gordon Mark.
Or Mark Gordon, depending on where you are.
D. McAmmond. Wow. Boris Mironov. Frederick Olesen. Scott Pearson. Stephen Rice. Lyle's cousin Luke Richardson. Mike Stapleton. Scott Boom Boom Thornton. And Doug Waite was mentioned. Bill Ranford. And the other goalie?
Yes.
Freddie Brathwaite.
Oh, wow.
Brathwaite.
That's nice.
Yeah.
For the Kings,
That team was fucking terrible.
Weren't they? They're god awful.
And oddly enough, they had more points than the Kings that year. So, or just as many. Rob Blake for the Kings was mentioned. Pat Conacher. Mike Donnelly. Caps playoff hero John Druce.
Wow.
Gretzky on the team. Doug Huda. Charlie Huddy. Curry was mentioned. Robert Long.
Wow.
McSorley Robitaille was mentioned. Warren Reichel. Gary Shuchuk. Sador was mentioned. Kevin Todd. Dixon Ward. Tim Waters. Zhitnik was mentioned, and Rob Stauber was mentioned as well.
Wowzers.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it. That was it. That was our time. It was a fun time had by many.
Mm-hmm.
A few. Well, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
As always, guys.
We'll have the second week of the NHL season starting next week.
Yay!
How sequences work.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Penguins unveiled their third uniforms. How about those? Let's just recycle everything, everybody. Let's just take everything back, and what's old is new. You're wearing yellow helmets too. How about that? Way to steal the Predators gimmick. Anyway, Lyle, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again next time.
Pleasure, guys. Talk to you next week, guys. Take care.
There he goes. Larich and SpectresHockey.net. At Spectres Hockey on Twitter, you can find all the fun stuff that he had, including the PI Guardian. He's on the my NHL trade deadlines and all kinds of other fun stuff. So that's that. Johnny, give us some shout outs.
I'll give a shout out to I mean, I'm guessing this kind of looks like Ovi. He's missing a 2, so I'm assuming it's Ovi. And he's got a captain
Perfect.
jersey on. And he's holding the cup that has no names on it.
As it should.
Well. It's fun. But this will go up, like I said, next to Ovi holding all of his trophies from before. And next to Bruce Boudreau holding his trophy as well. I give a diss to the computer that's downstairs. Sure as hell hope I don't have to buy a new encoding computer before next week. I give a diss to not being able to raise the banner this week due to the computer downstairs. I have to raise it next week. It's sitting downstairs ready to be raised. I had everything planned well too. So sad. Yeah. I give a shout out to the Black Bears. Good to see you this weekend. I'll be there Friday night. I will be at DC United Saturday night though. So not gonna make it Saturday night.
That's fine. There's no all you can eat pasta, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, I should be fine. They should let me eat against the people that buy the all-you-can-eat pasta and see how much they actually can eat. Because I can eat I can eat a good amount of pasta.
You can.
I've eaten a pound of pasta in my past.
Wow.
Yeah,
pound of pasta.
Pound of pasta.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I actually, what's weird is that I have the button to stop the broadcast as well. So I don't know how this is gonna work.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a race to stop the game, make the game stop. Ooh. I'd like to give a shout out to the Black Bears. They're very supportive of the Chesapeake Hockey Week, and I'd like to give a shout out to the people who support the Chesapeake Hockey Week. Thumbs up. A diss to the to snow outside. We're under a winter weather advisory. Blowing wet snow. That sounds. If this was 91, that sounded really dirty and scandalous. So there's that. Shout out to UND hockey season coming in full flight. Shout out to a Champions banner. Yay. I just have to I'm going to hang it up somewhere over behind me right here where the hat wall is, I'm sure. I just have to stop being lazy. I have to stop working and then do that. But yeah, I got some off days coming up. It's fine. Oh, shout out to Harvey Birdman, Attorney General, coming up this weekend. I found out there's a new Harvey Birdman cartoon. Oh, boy, howdy. I love me some Harvey Birdman. So I'm going to watch that this weekend because I'm 12. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Maryland. Shout out to everything. It was fun times. And there's a column on The Athletic about the worst team I ever followed. The worst team I ever covered, and the 1988 Orioles are on there when Richard Justice covered them. So I might have to look at The Athletic.
For the Orioles this year?
Peter Schmuck. So I think that...
did he write an article?
He might have.
Because they were worse.
Yeah, they were terrible. So yeah, that's it. That's all.
You ever think that the Orioles look at this season and be like, at least we didn't only win 8 games like the Caps?
It's true. They probably do. And they probably say, hey, we didn't lose as many as the Mets that one year. So there's that as well. Oh, shout out to Oyo. Oyo, one love. Getting some stuff. And I won the I don't know if I told you this. I didn't because I haven't talked to you since. Your boy won an Oyo contest.
What? Is that going to have to wait till next week?
That might.
Because I haven't scratched off my scratcher yet. I might be $5,000 in the richer.
Oh, by the way, I did win $5 on one of my tickets, so I'm happy about that.
Do you have to send that back to me?
I have to send it back, and I think it's because it's DC Lottery. You have to go to DC and redeem it.
Those people,
right?
I might just frame mine.
Yeah.
Call the $5 a loss.
There you go. Well, you didn't. It's $5 a loss for me. You didn't even have to pay anything for
Yeah,
it.
you did buy them. That's right. I wasn't there.
So there's that. But no, I'll tell it once because they have to wait a couple weeks. So
All right.
send out an email newsletter every so often, and they had the thing like we've produced number of Oyos for minor league hockey teams. How many minor league hockey teams did we produce Oyos for? So your boy went to the master list.
Oh God, because no one has the fucking master list except for you.
Well, you could go to oyocollector.com and get the master list.
This is going to come up again at some point. You don't want to tell people how to win. AJ's now going to win Oyo contests.
That's fine. Let him win Oyo contest. I win this one. So I go on there and I counted up like, okay, it's 15. You've done 15 minor league teams, 13 if you don't include the junior teams. And like, well, damn it, you've won. You've won a newly produced minor league hockey Oyo that we don't even have in production yet that we're going to have to wait to send to you. I'm like, hell yeah. Free minor league hockey Oyo.
That's nice. That's
so
nice. I hope it's the Milwaukee Admirals with the Brewers jersey on.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fantastic. Love me some Milwaukee Admirals with the Brewers patch. You got to wear that next week.
I try. I'll try. If I hadn't gotten home so late, I got home late because we had a work happy hour tonight that people wanted me to go to, and I was like, I gotta go. I got a show, and then the computer, and then the hoo-ha, and now I'm in my kitchen.
Nice, where beer is. All right, so that's it. That's all. Shout out Oyo. So that's it. That's all. We've done it for another week. For Johnny P, I'm Scotty Waz. Take care of yourself and someone else. This has been the Face Off Hockey Show on Blog Talk Radio, part of the Face Off Hockey Show media faction of shows. Check us out everywhere. Just go there, download, hit the thing. You get the thing automatically in the thing. So Facebook.com/FOHS Radio, Twitter.com/FOHS Radio, Patreon.com/Faceoff Hockey Show. Be like Sean, Angela, Brian, Mitch, Chris, Ethan, Kevin, Jeff, Trista, Mark, Damon, and Matthew. They contributed to us and help things go. And maybe it can buy Johnny a new PC to record things on. This will be the opportune time to do it. Donate now. No option is too little for us. We appreciate you regardless if you donate or not, but it'd be cool if you did. Pretty cool if you did, man. So that's it. We've done it. I don't know if we have any music. So
no, I don't. I mean,
okay, well then
I can play music, I'm sure.
Well,
but
then hum something for us.
Hold on.
Hum the MASH theme song. If you could hum the MASH theme song, that'd be great. Bye, everybody.